Like a Fine Wine is an achievement in the Master Chief Collection which has you beat the LASO playlist for Halo Combat Evolved. LASO stands for Legendary All Skulls On and adds a bunch of random modifiers which do barely anything to completely changing how you play and approach the game. Let's go through the first level together and I'll show you them all in action. First you'll notice I'm missing my radar thanks to the Fog Skull. This normally harmless explosion hits me thanks to its radius being increased by the Boom Skull. Another part of my HUD will also be disabled thanks to malfunction, but we're not done yet. My shields aren't regenerating thanks to the Black Eye Skull, meaning that I have to melee something to get them back. Now that I have the Magnum, you'll see that it takes 2 bullets every trigger pull thanks to the Recession Skull, and the Grunts will explode and say yay on death thanks to the Grunt Funeral and Grunt Birthday Skulls respectively. Oh, and thanks to the Foreign Skull, I can't grab any plasma weapons or plasma grenades. And all ammo pickups give half ammo thanks to the Famine Skull. If I was on controller, the Eye Patch Skull would disable my auto aim. Oh, and I died here. And thanks to the Iron Skull, that restarts the mission. Yeah. Welcome to LASO. By and large, this is harder than all of the speedrun achievements combined. I struggled to get through Pillar of Autumn, and this is by far the easiest level of the early game. It was clear to me that I could not do this alone. I am fairly good at Halo, but LASO truly is a step way too far for me. The odds are stacked against me in a way I've never faced in any video game ever. So, I turned to co-op. Maybe I could find someone to help me with this mountain task, guide me through, talk me through the harder strats, and help me with skips I haven't learned yet. A knight in shining Mjolnir armor to shield this pure maiden from the horrors of Halo LASO. I mean, I could ask Frog Arcus to do it, but you know, I doubt he'd say yeah. Oh, out of sheer curiosity though, what made you say yes?
I don't know.
Fair,
So
that's
I was
fair.
like, I guess I'll do it.
The first issue we faced was latency. See, I'm over here in Scotland and Frog is all the way in Cheeseburger Land. After weighing up the pros and cons, we decided it'd be best for Frog to host as he knows a lot more skips than I do and it'd benefit him to have no input lag. This also gives me a very, very good excuse for my gameplay is as scuffed as it is, thank you Mr. Frog. Like the gentleman he is, Frog tanked the first explosion for me and took me through to Captain Keys. He showed me a cool little Easter egg here where you can kill Keys and have the Marines kill you for your insolence.
Have you ever done this?
Wait, oh no, I don't think so. Oh, I've never, oh, right, we get actual Marines coming after us, sweet. And now, the LASO begins. With our Magnums, we took out the first Grunts and let their chain react with each other. See, the Grunt explosions are amazing for us, but also disastrous. Grunt corpses won't explode until they're settled on the ground, and are very easily launched. Moving on, however, in the cafe, we split up and went our own ways, YOLOing past the enemies. You'll notice in this hall, Frog was slightly ahead of me when he hit the load zone, and it teleports me forward to him. We are going to abuse this a lot in upcoming levels. We didn't do any huge tricks here, we just ran through the level and killed stuff as we went. Stair skip does exist, meaning we could get through the level slightly easier, but neither myself nor Frog can do it consistently, so full path it is. Grunts exploding is clutch for us, and it helps us clear out the elites as we really don't have plasma weapons to take out their shields. See, taking out the shields with the AR is just painful. There we go.
Alright, so here there's going to be a grunt and an elite, so we just want to actually hold up.
I got
Oh,
you,
don't turn on the flashlight. There we go.
I was getting
Alright,
the
get
shot.
away from the... Oh.
Though I almost, I fought the urge. I fought the urge. Managing the overshield you get from the boarding crafts is also very important to us, with Frog taking great delight in shooting me to lower mine, so I had full for the next encounter.
How's your overshield?
I've got about half.
Alright, stop for a second.
Okay. I now no longer have overshield. Oh, good. There we go.
Oh.
It's fine. I still have full health. Never mind. But some kills later, a few hallway clears, and tactical flanking, we beat the level in a clean and concise 13:21. Not too shabby, honestly. While this isn't a speedrun, I will still keep you up to date with our times, as some levels really didn't take as long as I expected. Yeah, we'll just bite the bullet. We'll be fine. We'll be fine. We did POA. Surely the second mission can't be much harder.
Surely.
Surely. Halo is up next and is a sure step up in difficulty. Grunt explosions are far less reliable when the map is so open and getting flanked is super easy. Because there were 2 of us, the usual grenade jump was out of the question, so we had to deal with a couple Banshees, which if you didn't know you only have to kill one so that the other one will vanish. We also had to deal with another Covenant squad up ahead, but that was fine. Grunt explosions came in handy here and it was over quickly. Next up was a dropship fight, which wasn't too rough. We used the noob strat of camping on top of the structure and trying to grip up enemies to capitalise on the fabled Grunt nukes. We had to be super careful that we didn't get overrun, as if we got flanked it was over. An exploding grunt up here would be a run ender, and even 2v1ing an elite with no plasma weapon is not an easy fight to win, especially with my latency. quite a few of the dropships spawned with grunts next to elites, so the strat was to target down those grunts to get the elites before they could rush us. It was here, however, that ammo management started to rear its head. Having effectively half the ammo we were used to could lead to some bad situations. Plus, if malfunction disables our ammo count, that makes things harder to track. And on top of that, in co-op there isn't extra ammo to compensate for 2 players. This will not come to bite us, surely. This meant we had to use our ARs more so than we would normally to make sure we conserve magnum shots for when it's truly necessary. We had some close calls, had to 1-2 punch an elite that rushed us, and safely detonate a few IEDs that snuck up behind us. Once all was said and done, we hopped in the Warthog. I'm not allowed to drive for obvious reasons, because of my latency, you misogynist. So I took the gun and we drove through the natural cave formation into the button. While Frog did a fling similar to the silent cartographer skip up top to hit the button real quick, I hid behind the Warthog like a coward and waited for him to return.
I could die. Okay, get in.
Okay, I'm in. Oh no, I'm in the wrong seat.
Oh fuck. Ain't no way. Okay, we're good. We're good.
Sorry, I forget that like British people get in the side get in the different they get in different sides of the cars and stuff. Oh yeah, I decided that like the model should be in the recording, but the tracking is weird for some reason. Don't ask me. So you know, enjoy the wiggles. Okay, on to the last section where we're going to put some Marines out of their misery. Outside of Cliff, I waited up top and kept the engine running for when Frog was done. At Rubble, our plan was to grab a sniper Marine up top, so we had someone else to output damage, but lucky us, he was dead. AR man will have to do. At the very least, we don't have to kill anyone, as the Covenant will beat us to it. And finally, at River, we sat at the entrance and took pot shots at everything we could see. Recession hurts the sniper rifle the hardest, as it means you only get 2 shots per mag, and the already low reserves are pushed even lower. Once we hit the hilltop, we really only had the dropship to deal with, so Frog hopped on the Warthog and I stayed up top to provide covering fire. Okay.
But I do just want to run over the elites. If I run over any grunts, I'm probably dead.
I stole one of your kills in that case.
That's fine. Oh shit.
You all good? The last grunt just had to push me, and it was time for my hero moment. I may be stupid. Uh-oh.
Oh, run away. Yeah.
Guess we're gonna have to do that all over again. That wasn't too rough though. Heck, it only took us 22 minutes. Who told me LASO was difficult? This is easy! TNR was by and large the hardest mission. Yes, harder than that mission. Our plan was to take it slow and steady for the most part, hanging back and using grunts to explode squads and taking out whatever else needed to be taken out. Ammo management is once again a problem. While we both spawned in with the usual 64 in reserve, we really only have 34 shots at base. And on top of this, with famine and the fact that there's 2 of us, there's not a lot of extra ammo to go around.
Okay, I'll take out the Jackal, and I'll get the elite.
Understood. Oh, I
How the fuck is that? Hold up. I'm killing myself. What the fuck? That was a headshot.
Was it though? Was it?
It was! Okay, there we go.
All in all, I think the exterior section took the longest. Up until the lift section, we took it nice and slow. Occasionally having some shenanigans, but it was fine.
Uh-oh, why did I do that? Oh!
Oh, no, you're good, you're good.
Okay, we should backtrack for ammo.
Understood. Right. I've got
Where are you at?
I'm 4 for 6. Oh, I just fell. No, don't ask.
Are you dead?
Don't ask. You're not allowed to ask.
Oh my goodness.
You're not allowed to ask. The lift section took us a long time. 25 minutes to be exact. When Frog was clearing the entrance, our grunt corpse unfortunately exploded, which alerted all of the enemies in the next section, in which we had planned for one of us to take the active camo and backsmack a lot of fools, which led to us not getting the marine reinforcements we truly needed. Having them with us would make life a heck of a lot easier, as they could tank damage that was meant for us. Even better, our last checkpoint for the lift fight was before Frog assassinated everything with the camo, so every single revert hurt more than the last. There was another checkpoint we could potentially get once the waves start by backtracking to the previous area, but we got it at a really bad time. I was hanging back a little more than I should have been, as a blue elite and a grunt had sat between us. Frog's sniper was also dry, and once the elite was dead, the next wave would spawn. We came up with the plan that I'd hide behind the rock and shoot my AR to get its attention, letting him backsmack the elite while I pushed up to get in position to snipe a grunt as they came down the elevator to wipe out the next wave. Right, there we go. Sweet.
Okay, get away from the grunt. Go up the ridge. Go up the ridge.
I'm going up. Ah! I've got 1 shot left. 1 more snipe.
Was that the last wave?
Was it? Oh, thank fuck for that. Luckily, this was the last wave before the hunters. The hunters were easy to punch out, and we prepped for the belly skip. While I can perform belly skip, my consistency is just not there. Luckily, Frog is a seasoned speedrunner, so hopefully he won't run into any issues.
Shit. That's on the fuck me, dude. I still don't have a fucking reticle.
There we go.
Okay, I have a reticle.
Thank fuck
Let's
for
go.
that.
We're back.
We are so barack. Alright, there we go. Alright, grabbing camo, and I'm going to go sit in the fridge. It took way too many reverts to get to a point where Frog 1 had a reticle, and 2 where I could get the camo quickly enough to go hide in the fridge and wait for the teleport. Then came the hanger. Frog had a really cool idea, a lot similar to the quad stack, where he throws 3 frags and I throw the last as I grab the overshield to launch me up to the next floor. Thanks to latency, however, this was hard to time, so we just went back to basics, using this box over here. We threw frags at the same time and launched me up to the next floor to skip a lot more of the level. Now it was Frog's turn to hide in the fridge as I made my way up to the top floor, nearly getting lost as I haven't done this level casually in a very, very long time. Once we hit the bridge though, it was super simple. Sniper ammo was no longer a problem, so we could unload as we run through the halls. At the Keys escort, we found that one of us could babysit Keys and the Marines while the other moved ahead and cleared the path. I'll have you guess which one of us moved ahead. Thanks to that grenade jump earlier though, once we killed the elites and stand on top of Keys' head, the level ends. Thank fuck! An hour and 60 minutes that neither myself nor Frog will ever have back. But that's the early game of CE LASO taken care of. Onwards to the mid game. Silent Car Frographer is up next, and it's so much easier than everything that came before. As we hit the beach, we divided up our roles. Frog would go and do the warthog fling and then the fall, and I would play on the beach and wait for him. Frog got concerned because he didn't get a checkpoint, you would usually, but no one's allowed to tell him it's because I was jumping by mistake. Once the fling and fall were done, I was teleported down the bottom with Frog, but we were not going to get back up the traditional way. In a normal speedrun, there's a jump called Stick Stack, where you use a huge pile of grenades to go near enough to the top of the map, but without plasmas this is out of the question. Instead, Frog performed another version with mostly frags that doesn't go all the way to the top, but far enough. I wanted to watch him pull it off, so I sat nearby. Right, I will go over here again. Sit in the corner, lose my religion. Oh.
Fuck!
Oh, shit.
Hold up.
Very aesthetic fall, I give you a 9.
There we go.
Oh, I got pushed off the edge, no!
No! How did you get pushed off?
I don't know. That's never happened before. We're here now.
Okay, I got it again.
Sweet. At the top, I TP'd up and we hopped into the Warthog. Like the passenger princess I was, I hopped in that seat, not realizing this put me in a lot of danger. Thankfully, we were not punished for this decision and we got into the Pelican, ending the easiest mission so far in the time of 6 minutes and 55 seconds. This should have been even easier, but as always, I found a way to make it harder. Plan A was to do a Banshee grab. I went out, got into position and missed it. The AI was acting in a way that neither of us had seen before. We assumed this was because the AI was trying to target both of us at once. After consulting Derby Destroyer and Helpless's co-op GDQ run, we found that they have to align themselves in a certain way so the AI acts as normal, but we got super unlucky and had a grunt spawn next to us to the right. We wanted our checkpoint pre-loading zone, but nope, we did not get that lucky. See, the problem with the grunt being on the right is that if we shoot it, it might explode and kill us. I mean, we found out later on that it wouldn't kill us, but still, it kind of fucked things up. Onwards to plan B though, bridge fall. The assignment was simple. Frog did bridge fall, and I would distract the Banshee while he made a break for it. Thankfully, once he was far away, I could hide in the fridge again and wait for the load warp. Frog then took the Banshee up top, and for the meme, decided to do a Banshee teleport. I had a feeling this was to show me a better way to do it than the one I've been doing in my speedruns where I get launched into the void. After the Banshee TP though, he does another one to the end of the level, thankfully bringing this mission to an end after about 17 minutes and 58 seconds. So we're now 2 hours and 20 minutes in, and I think we're both still sane. I hope. Up next is yet another easy mission and the introduction of the Flood. Well, Frog's gonna skip it with a nade jump and some pixel perfect tightrope walking. Once he gets to the next elevator, prior to where we perform Camo Jumo, I get TP'd forward. Frog does Camo Jumo and progresses, and to prove a point, I did Camo Jumo too. Well, tried. That's it really. Once we get outside, we just went away to hide until the Sentinels died to end the level. Jeez, the last 3 missions have been simple and easy. Sure, the next mission will be fine too. In his solo LASO video, Frog said this level was what made him never want to play LASO again, and honestly, I can see why. This level exhausted both of us, and by the end we were ready to be done. The fact we made it through and still liked each other at the end is amazing. Obstacle 1 was this nade jump. We decided to do the Guilty Spark method at door 1 as opposed to the Flood bump, as it's just easier. Both of us took it in turns messing up these jumps however, but once we conquered that we were off to the races. First things first, I went to the left and grabbed a hidden shotgun while Frog grabbed another one from a combat form.
Do you know where the shotgun is?
Yep. You showed me where it was. You screamed at me in my chat to tell me where it was. While there are 0 exploding grunts to worry about, Mythic boosted Flood are not an easy enemy to handle. add ammo constraints on top of that, and we were in for a rough time. Thankfully, there's an ammo glitch we can and will abuse. So long as you have ammo in the back, you can double tap reload and swap with a weapon on the ground. This refills the mag without draining reserves. The shotgun is a bit finicky though. For Frog, he taps X and then holds X, but I have to hit R, then hold R and E at the same time. And me being the boomer I am, I struggle with this, even though the keys are right next to each other. Another thing in our favour is that mailing infection forms refill shields for Black Eye, so we won't be hurting for shields anytime soon. After the first encounter, we got a checkpoint which we used to try and YOLO to elevator 1. In case it didn't work, I held back, but Frog, being the Giga Chad he is, made it. And that's floor 1 of 4 conquered already. We got to a door where we're supposed to hold out, but we could just sit in a spot and not spawn any enemies. For once, I wasn't the one who got us reverted though.
Back off, carrier.
You okay?
It's over.
Do you need some help? So we both just sat up top and waited patiently.
You ever wonder why we're here? It's one of life's great mysteries, isn't it?
We went around this side here to avoid more flood and waited by the next door. Generally we'd nade jump to this door, but we need the frags. The underground tunnel was delicate work, but with a few grenades and a tactical retreat, we made it through and got ready for the horrors of Carrier Hallway. Doing the ammo glitch, I managed to drop my AR through the floor, but Frog knew what to do. Don't ask. I refuse to talk about it.
Aye.
I'm sure he took great pleasure in that, and let's be honest, I had it coming. Carrier Hallway treated us nicely however, and Frog acquired the rocket launcher. With the infinite ammo glitch, we had an easy way to clear hallways ahead of us. Thanks to Recession though, Frog will need to ammo glitch after every single shot. If he messes it up, no rockets for us. The most important thing though is that I stay away from Frog if he's ammo glitching his shotgun. I'm like an idiot, I just loaded my last
Don't walk
shot.
over here. Don't walk over here.
Okay. Sorry. That was way too close, but I have an excuse. I'm stupid and gay. Another YOLO run however, and that's floor 2 done for. Floor 3. Let's go. We held forward as hard as we could until we hit the dark door. We used the carriers as budget grunt nukes to keep the flood as far back as we could. We got there though and then worked the long way around to avoid the rocket flood and a huge encounter. Neither of us had the health to YOLO the next encounter, so with dwindling ammo and frag reserves, we spawned each wave and slowly battled through them. After this though, we can walk the empty hallways and then wait at the 90-second door. So, how's your day been?
I'm not tempted to do anything in particular.
Oh, I'll bet you're not. I'll bet you're not regretting this just yet.
Aye.
Once that's done, we're off to the races again and on to the last elevator for the last floor. Sweet, this isn't... Oh, zip it. No. Me being low health and shields, I camped in the underground hallway here pre-last door while Frog grenade jumped through the open door and waited there. He then made a break for the ending. Once at the elevator, we made a harrowing discovery. We both need to be on the elevator for the level to end. So yeah, I needed to move up. This added another 15 minutes onto the level. In fact, we ended up getting a checkpoint while Frog was steps away from the elevator and I was super far off. Since Frog had more cover, he had to loop around the ring and come at the elevator from the other side, while I took the safe path to the left over the pillar and met him there to end the level after a grueling 1 hour and 2 minute completion. Somehow faster than TNR, but yeah, this level broke us. So good thing the last 3 levels are kinda easy. And I do mean that this time. The hard part is over. Mid game is done. Now time for the hit trick heavy 8 late game. Two Betrayals was the one and only level where we actually had to restart. I was shooting in the air here to try and delay a checkpoint, but that unfortunately aggroed the Wraith onto us. So when we went back into the loading zone inside the hallway to despawn the Wraith and get it to aggro off of us, instead we despawned one of the Banshees that I would need to sit in for the duration of Bull. Big rip. Before we dealt with that though, we had to deal with the 4 Sentinels with only shotguns and 2 plasma nades each. Yeah, even though the foreign skill makes it so that you can't pick up plasma nades for some reason in levels like 3 for 3 Guilty Spark and 2 Betrayals where you spawn with plasma grenades, you still have them for some reason. Oh well, not complaining. We got there though, and then threw frags down the hall to thin the Covenant so the Sentinels can finish them off. From here we do the enemy deload by pressing the button a certain way, and then I go sit in the fridge again while Frog flies up to the generator. After detonating the generator, I hit the load zone to get Frog out of there, and then we go outside to set up Bull. Neither of us knew what to expect from Bull in co-op, since it's such a weird trick that I am nowhere near qualified to explain. After consulting Nervy and help us to run, we figured out that I'd have to have my own Banshee and ram it into this corner here, as if Frog hits the load zone wrong, he has a chance to deload me and cause a BSP crash. Again, something I am nowhere near qualified to explain. Once we're set up though, Frog launches up and out of the map, crouches on a load zone, and platforms to the Banshee he left by the door. What we've done is deload the entire map except the hallway for Generator 1. We both need to be in anniversary graphics here as they're always loaded as opposed to the original graphics, which only loads the last room you were in. From here, he can fly through a lot of triggers and then come back to do what's called a BSP load. No idea how, but after a while, I was deloaded and killed. And we both expected the Iron Skull to come into effect and revert us, but no, I was left in spectating. We assume this is because the game first tries to spawn me before checking whether or not iron is effect, but since we've loaded and deloaded the map in such a weird way, the game doesn't know where to put me. We both had a grim realization though. What if we have to full path 2 betrayals? The hardest mission in Halo Combat Evolved. Eager to test things out, Frog kept up with Bull until he reached the broken door. He came back in bounds, and by some fucking miracle, I respawned. Oh, I'm alive.
Really?
Oh my
Let's
god.
go.
Holy shit. A wave of relief overcame us both, and we set up for the broken door skip. Frog decided to do this mostly just to show me how he does it. The method that I use has a chance to get me jammed, but the method he uses is far more consistent. Since Frog did Bull, I decided I should do the final run. I flew the Banshee over the bridge and outside again, making sure that 5 Flood were dead to hit the required trigger. From here, I turned around and flew up top, hitting the last generator and ending 2 betrayals in 19 minutes and 53 seconds. We're in the home stretch now. We got this. We kinda had to YOLO the keys minute for the Reviver Flood, but I sat back with a camo until he managed to get the bump through. With no reticle, he had no way to know for sure he'd killed all the Flood pre-cutscene, but we bit the bullet and triggered the cutscene. After it was done, I was closer to the exit door, so I threw a distraction nade and made a run for it. I did die once, but we got a really good checkpoint, so this led us to skedaddle through and hop in the Banshee. Once I had mine, Frog hopped in his, and the level came to an end. Our successful attempt was done in 4 minutes and 9 seconds. On to the maw. I sat in the fridge for the last time while Frog did some out-of-bounds platforming to skip a large portion of the level, letting him come back in bounds after the cryo room. He made his way through, grabbing a rocket and plenty of nades to make the reactor room easier. I was TP forward as he entered, and eager to get this done, we didn't backtrack to let me grab some rockets too. Per reactor, we needed 1 rocket and 1 frag, and once all was said and done, we struggled against the last encounter in the elevator, and it was Warthog run time. I saw it fitting for me to take us through the Warthog run to close things out, but if you know me, I live up to the woman driver stereotype very well. See if
Just don't backsmack him. Oh shit.
Uh-oh.
Well, it's also harder with a 1 second delay. Shortcut on the left.
Absolutely. Ow.
Nope. Well, we're good.
Oh well, we're fine. Look, I gotta live up to the stereotype, okay? Ow. Uh-oh. Jesus.
Just don't flip. Oh,
Oh,
no.
no.
No!
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 Missed it.
I don't know how I feel about you attempting the 360, but you know what? Let's
Fuck it.
YOLO.
Absolutely. Hey, I'm good at the 360. What are you saying? How about
Let's
them
go.
apples?
Perfect.
How about them apples?
All right, now let's get perfect barrels. All right, well, you've
Uh-oh.
already not gotten barrels. It's already over.
How
Oh,
about
no.
this- Oh no, don't get splattered. Right. Let's run. Oh my god, we're nearly done. Oh my god.
You, like, flung me into the trench. I'm way ahead of you.
I'm blaming this on the delay. Oh my god, we did it.
Let's go. Easy.
Easy.
What time is it? Hold up. That was
Like
only a
4
few hours.
Yeah, that's not bad.
Yeah, I've been recording 4.5 hours. We're good.
Shit. Fuck yeah. And that's it. LASO for Halo CE is done. Huge thanks to Frog for sitting through this with me and putting up with my bullshit. I was seriously only asking him to do this with me as a joke, but he said yes. So who am I to look a gift frog in the mouth? That's 1 LASO down, and I'll be honest, I am in no rush to do the other LASO playlists. That was rough. I'll need a few months to recover, as will Frog, I'm sure. I had a lot of fun recording with him, and I hope he did too. Go and sub to him. Oh, and me while you're at it. And leave a like too, and hey, maybe leave a comment for the algorithm. Click on screen right now if you want to see how I got the Goat Rope achievement a few months ago. And there's also a playlist for how I got all 6 of the speedrunning achievements if you think you can last another hour of my content.
We did it.
We did!
Woohoo.
When are we doing Halo 2?
Oh, God almighty.